Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the Spiritual Ranch. I am Shesho Shesh Not No No Way, the Off-Grid Oracle. Welcome to our channel and welcome back to the mountaintop. Still out here, doing it up, right? Keeping it real, you guys. Thank you all very much for being part of the collective. Thank you for joining us out here in this journey that we're on right now. In this world today, because it's very complicated, right? Hey, down. Down, down. Thank you. We really need the energetic support right now from each other because it's been very difficult trying to maintain that stance, trying to maintain the level that we've reached with our ascension here the last couple of weeks. I've been really feeling it, and it's like I've been talking about on the channel because we're coming into such a strong astrological time for us to really ascend collectively, that there's a lot coming at us, and so it's like I've been in I am in deep isolation, I spend majority of my time completely alone, and that kind of puts me in a unique position to analyze the frequencies that are being used right now against us, because it's like I don't have exterior sources, it's like they say with the demonic forces, is that they attack us through energies that are through individuals who are around us, and so it's like they can people who are not as well protected, don't protect themselves as well, can be occupied by the demonic forces, and those forces then can attack us through them by their behaviors, by their actions, because they're not fully aware of their self, and their own energies, that they'll behave karmically. And so it's like with spirit, they've been wanting me to be more aware, they've been asking me to really increase my awareness of the sensitivity of my gifts, and so it's like I've always been easily attacked by demonic forces because of my sensitivity, so it's like I'm an empath, and when I feel behavior that's off in others, that triggers me as an empath to take those on as my own and kind of sabotage myself. That's one of the biggest difficulties of being an empath, and so being set aside like I am right now, if I'm feeling triggered, well, I'm not being triggered by others because I don't have others to trigger me, and so it's like I'm on my own, and so I can identify real easily my energies opposed to outside influences that are affecting me, and that's what tells me that right now that we are being attacked in the ethers, and it's happening through the mind control of the massive. And so it's like the energy that's coming off from the massive right now, honestly, the best way for me to describe it is like a big sucking sound, so it's like from where I'm at on top of the mountain by myself, and I'm trying to maintain my stance in my ascension. So I'm trying really hard to balance my energies inside of myself and not feel anxiety, not feel fear, not feel stress, not feel unhappiness, not feel grieving. I'm trying to heal myself of those energies, right? And I don't have anything that's coming at me that could actually give any kind of credence to those feelings, within myself because of my isolation. And so right now, that's why I've been feeling, I've been waking up and feeling anxiety, and I've been not so much fear. I don't really operate in fear anymore, but it's anxiety. I've been feeling a very urgency kind of, and lack of it's just that nervous tension, and I really feel that it's being projected onto us right now by the psyops that they're doing, so it's like all the negative stuff that's going on, that's coming out right now, is putting the massive sucking them down, you know. So it's like really bringing everybody into this like darker place, you know, because it's like the thought process, like where people are, what people are thinking is also manifesting into the ethers that are around us. And right now people are like really losing faith, they're losing hope. I mean, they're losing like trust in the things that were like where they placed their faith, you know. And so it's like right now the people who are individuals out here in the massive who haven't really worked hard and been dedicated to their connection with the Most High, right? They've been like not really ascending because they haven't let God in like that. They don't accept that that existence of like the higher energies, you know, the higher forces and how they affect us. Well, those people in the massive right now are being really like um sucked down, you know. And so there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of tension, there's a lot of discomfort, there's a lot of lack of trust within our culture around us, within the society around us, within the people that are around us. And that's that sucking noise, you know. It's like so I could feel it from my position on top of the mountain, you know, so close to Most High. I could feel it, like it's like a suction. It's like it's trying to cause a siphon that will suck my energy down. It's like trying to pull my energy down as the massive is kind of collapsing down below me, you know. And so really protect yourself right now. Really stay prayed up. Really stay very strong, and really stay very aware of like what your position is right now, you know. So it's like you have to make a checklist if you have to, and go through your list every day. Go, well, no, but I got this covered, and no, but I got this covered, and no, and I got this covered, and so I'm good. It's like we got to really take recognition right now of how God has that bubble around us, like in the world card, and that within that bubble we're really fine, okay, but everything outside of that bubble is trying to suck down so fast it's gonna pop it, you know. And we can't let that happen, okay guys, because like we got to hold this together right now. It's like the demonic forces have got a matrix out as well, you know. They got their own grid too, and their grid has been dominating, you know, but it's rusted and it's corroded, and now's our opportunity to make sure that it collapses. But they're throwing everything they got into it, and so their system's going to be overloaded, you know. And we just got to make sure to protect ourselves and realize that this is a reality right now, that we are being attacked, those of us especially who are getting very close to our ascension, and we have to use a lot of caution in how we move forward and what we own. You know, we got to be aware of our actions, and we got to be fully aware of what's ours and what's not. Okay, little guy, it's your turn. Come on, dude, let's get up here and get this thing done. Ow! Little guy loves his treat. That's it. Nope. Oh, no, I don't want kisses, man. Hey, that's good. You're done. No. Here, I'll give you a pet. Here, come here. Oh, I know. I love you too. I know. I really do. Let's get this redone. Another thing's going on in my life right now. Mitzi, my cat. She's been. Hey, little guy, sit. Come on, over here. Down. She's been gone the last 2 days. I don't know where she's at, you know. And so that's another thing. Protect your furry ones, you know, like right now, because I've been really feeling that, because like with little guy and I, we were having some communication issues here like last week, you know, and my frequencies have been a little off, I guess, you know, too, you know. And so we've been having some communication issues, and I've been saying that I said in a read last week, I said if anybody's doing spell work or whatever on my furry ones, then they better not be. But we got the high priestess right here with the 3 of Wands. Okay, so the high priestess is, like I said, right now we have to hold our high priestess energy, okay, and protect the furry ones. I want to say that again. I don't know where Mitzi is. I'm gonna ask the neighbors, but I'm a little worried about her. And like I said, I was worried about I had to do a little prayer, protect little guy, and he snapped out of it. But then Mitzi disappeared. I forgot to add her in the prayer. You know, I was like, damn, man. And so with this high priestess, you guys, we have to hold our frequencies right now for sure. And see, like with this one here, it's like the globe is in our hand. And like I've been saying with this 2 of Wands energy right now, that's us coming from a higher position in this world right now. Our spiritual ranking is massive. See, we're massive with that individual right there, with that globe in their hand. We're the ones right now who have full control over our destiny. And that's what they're trying to block. See, like they're trying to really block those of us who are chosen, those of us who have that high priestess energy and carry that high priestess energy because we know ourselves so well. that we can identify all frequencies that are outside of us, and we know exactly what the frequency is inside of us, okay? And so that's what gives us the ability right now to really have dominion over Earth realm around us currently, because that's what we have to stand in order to defeat these dark forces right now that are trying to dominate the globe, you know? And so like, we can't be afraid to move forward, passionately without fear, you know, like we have to move forward without fear into this next step, into our destiny. And like, even though it's like in a lot of ways, because that's how I've been feeling too, as everything drops off, the world around me is seeming really, really small. It's like, it's one of them, like we're trying to find our place in this world because we understand fully what's going on right now. But as the massive is getting pulled down, right? Their energy is like decreasing, you know? And so it's like it's a sucking sound, but that's removing the like buzz and the hum and the whole, like, it's like everybody's getting put into a real dark area where I feel like the cages are getting closed down around them and they don't know how to free themselves, you know? And so it's like being right now, we're like a part of the herd, but we're outside of that cage, you know? And so it's like, we're not in that whole mess anymore, you know? And so it's like with that sucking sound, following it is silence, you know? And that's what this is saying right here. But we have to sit in that silence and not allow it to force us out of our energy of being the high vibrational chosen one. We can't shut down with the massive as they become the livestock. We have to become activated to stand in that wild ass energy that is the high priestess who walks with Father God, Mother God Most High, and trust them fully outside of the cage, right? And so we know that globe that's in our hands right here, because we're a high priestess, right? We understand that this earth realm is the cage. See, that's what we understand. And that's why we have it in the palm of our hands, because that gives us the ability to manifest destiny, the world that we want, that we decide that we're going to create right now. And so we can't let them block us. Okay. We cannot let them block us. And I'm going to take those two right there. We're going to take the high priestess and that 2 of wands with this towel. Oh my God. Right underneath those 2 cards, dude, you guys. Okay. So listen here, you know, I'm gonna try to wrap this up. Steve's out here, you know. He thinks I'm a weirdo, you know. He hasn't seen me doing a read yet. But I show up early and I try to get my read done. I get started, you know, on time and everything. But nonetheless, trying to explain the high priestess energy on me to these motherfuckers out here is not easy, you know. And so, but we can't let that block us. See, bam, because that devil is coming out with that Tower card. Okay, man, and that's that sucking sound right now. That's that anxiety. That's that sucking sound right now, because that tower is collapsing, you know, and it's just like when a ship sinks. If you get caught in that wake behind, it's going to suck you down right with it. And that's the energy that we're battling with right now. See, this is what we're at war with right now. This is full on war. Recognize it. Be this high priestess and stand in the energy that can protect yourself and defend yourself from it, because otherwise you'll get sucked right down in that wake, man. And we don't want to get sucked down in that wake right now. We need to stay on top of the water. We need to walk on water. We're the ones that can ascend and lead the others who survived this mess onto the calmer waters, into the better pastures that God has promised us, man. Land of milk and honey, okay? But we got to stand true to the cause. We got to stay true to the cause, and we can't let them infiltrate us with this negative energy right here. This is negative ass energy, okay, dude? You guys, this is what they're throwing at us. They're trying to act like, oh, we're going to like, what they're doing this with this energy right here as they collapse this tower and they make every fucking thing go, whoa. We're like, whoa, man, how could that possibly be real? Whoa, how can we accept this, right? That's the devil going, yeah, we're going to do whatever we want to you. We got you so bound that if we want to draw you down into our dark empire that we got out here where we do whatever we want to you, then we're going to do that by desensitizing you. They've been doing it for a long time. That's why the movies are so violent. That's why there's so much explicit material out here. That's why everything's done the way that it is done, because they're trying to desensitize us in a way that we don't feel anymore, in the way that we should feel. Because in reality, we're also desensitized that if this stuff was going on at a time when we were not, it would be handled way differently. People would be very, 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 very upset. They wouldn't just be sitting on their thumbs going, oh, I guess this is what it is. Nah, nah. Waiting to go to slaughter. We will defeat these energies. I promise you, you guys. We can't let them do this. You know, they've been doing it to us, like I said, for a long time. They made it so that we see things that are horrible, horrific on the screen, and then we don't feel that same level of being horrified when we see it in person, if we see it in person. And so they're just trying to make us accept the worst of the worst of the worst so that they can continue to do whatever they want, right? And that's that tower that's collapsing, but we know better than that. And we're not going to get drawn into that. We're not going to get sucked into that. The high priestess says, hell no, I won't go. This world is in the palm of my hands right here. And we're going to polish it up real good because we don't want this shit staying no more out here. We're not going to let this devil do whatever the hell they want to us and our children. Straight up. And so we have to right now have a real understanding of what's going on and why they're doing it. We can't let them desensitize us to the stuff they're trying to desensitize us to right now, you guys. If we do, in 20 years, oh my gosh, we're going to be doomed, you know? That's what it is. It's time for revolution. And the high priestess knows it. See? Because every fucking thing around us don't make any goddamn sense with that 5 of fucking wands. Everything we're being told doesn't make sense, and it shouldn't make sense, because that kind of nasty stuff and the nasty energy that we're dealing with right now has no right existing in God's creation. Damn. Okay. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. See, and that's our weapon right now. That's our chalice. That's our crucible where we get to pour the goodness of ourselves into. And then we're going to alchemize it into the most precious thing that this world has ever seen. And they're scared to death of us doing that. They don't like us. Because, see, we, eons ago, stepped away from their cult. And they've been after us ever since. And that's why they know who you are. They know your energetic footprint. And they've been tracking you throughout many, many, many lifetimes. Every time you resurrect, they know exactly where you're at. You know, they try to say they don't, but the Magi knew where Jesus was going to be born. They say that, but then they're like, oh, but we don't know if he's Capricorn or Pisces or like an Aries. Oh, bullshit. You know exactly when he was born because of the stars. It says it clearly in their book. And so they've been tracking us all, no different than they were tracking him. Okay, guys? And so it's really essential that we know this right now and that we have full understanding of why we are exactly what they don't want us to be. That's self-love. That's us having all of that goodness in our crucible now, and us having the recipe as the alchemist to create that image on ourselves now that will shine fully from within to the outside world and illuminate the path for them, you guys. We have to stand strong. We have to stay true. We have to remain pure. We have to remain innocent in our heart space, in our space of loving ourselves, so that we can then fully love the world that is around us and manifest into this world exactly what it needs to heal. High Priestess. You know, High Priestess. And the High Priestess knew, you know, when she bit this one off, that she was going to have to stand on her own. With that 7 of Wands right there, you know, because she knew that she had to stand up against that confusion of them 5 wands, you know, and we do. And that's why we walked away from them in the very beginning. Like when they gave us an opportunity to be an alchemist the same way that they work, we took the craft, we took the ability, we understood how it works, and we knew that they wanted to alter God's creation and destroy it. And we weren't confused by that. And so we decided to stand up against it. And that's why they despise us. But their hands are being shown now. And all that effort that we put into fighting these evil, wicked fucks is paying off now. They know that we can stand on our own. They know that we've got the keys to be the most powerful alchemists out here because God's taught us how to create what creation is in our Empress energy, in our High Priestess energy. And so the love that we have for ourselves and the growth that we've experienced within ourselves is this wand that we hold right now. And we're going to stand up passionately to anything that is being done wrong and any kind of confusion right now that will help them seeds of doubt grow. We're tired of it. We're tired of it. And we're not going to have it happen no more. And we're all now activating in this Ace of Cups energy with this High Priestess in a manner that we have the ability to change the world. Okay, you guys? Change the world. Okay? Like OGO out here, you know, I want this. Fuck, I want this. Bad. You know what I'm saying? So we got that Ace of Cups, we got that Ten of Cups on the bottom of the deck, okay? We want this bad, but we have to be strong. We have to be strong together, you know? Put that in the comments. Put in the comments, we have to be strong together. We are the Ace of Cups. Okay? Put it in the comments. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and spread the message, you guys. Speak on these matters yourselves, because you're also the high priestess here who knows the truth. That's why you're here with me. And so we're learning how to love ourselves right now together. And that's going to give us the ability to love ourselves fully, right? As a unit, right? As a team, just like the forest does, you know, like the mushrooms and the trees and the bees and all that stuff, like I talk about here, you know, and that's how we're going to stand up against this shit, because when we open up ourselves to that degree, we become very powerful, you know. We have a very strong understanding. The neighbor guy just went by. I'm on a back road too. He gave me a thumbs up. He's cool. He likes what I'm doing out here in the trees too. He does the same stuff, you know, and so that's cool. We got this, you guys. We got this. You know, we've made our stand. We stood strongly in that, and we're going to continue to stand strongly in that, and love each other, and find that love, that Ten of Cups. We get one more here. Damn spirit. These are powerful energies. Okay, I was feeling a little bit. Yeah, man, you guys. We got to, I feel better already. Like, I'm feeling really good. This read is helping me a lot. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you very much. We want to say thank you, Father God and Mother God Most High, for being here for us and helping us through this, you know, being that rope, you know. They tossed us a line a long time ago, and they've been dragging us through this mountain of shit, and they're going to get us to the other side, and we're still going to smell like a rose, and we love them. We appreciate them for that, and we need them right now more than ever. We need them. And so really give up all thanks and praises to Mother and Father God Most High, and let them in your heart fully, okay? Because they are offering us this cup of love right here, you know, big time. Big time, big time, big time, with the Ten of Cups on the bottom of the deck, you know, and that Knight of Cups and that Ace of Cups right now, and the High Priestess energy that we're carrying, and we know this, okay? And so we have to focus on this. When we focus on our self-love, we talk kindly to ourselves. When we focus on our self-love, we are able to always qualm that white noise like I talk about, and we can stop that suction on our asses right now that's trying to pull us down into an energy that is anything other than this Ten of Cups. You know, this is our destiny. This is our calling. This is what we're supposed to be. This is what we're supposed to have. This is what we're supposed to hold. Okay, guys? This is what we're here to love. And that's us. That's ourselves. And as we do that, then we're going to help to motivate others in that same manner, because the way they're attacking us right now in this with their dark forces is they're destroying everybody's ability to have self-love. You know, they can't trust nothing around themselves, and so they can't trust themselves, you know, and everybody's acting a little bit desperate. Everybody feels a little bit desperate, and that's scary, and that just increases that intensity right now. So they got to have us as those beacons of light right now to show them that no. When we stand with God Most High, understand God Most High, understand that inside yourself, protect yourself, know how to be a high priestess. That's what we got to teach them. Now, we need them to have that same understanding of like, hey, no. Don't fear anything. Don't fear nothing that's around you, because what's the most important and what is only real is what is inside of yourself, you know, and don't let them contaminate that inside world. Don't let them put whatever they want in your crucible, because if they put whatever they want in your crucible, well, when you go in and try to apply that craft that Father God taught you and manifest that shit through your alchemy, the most loving version of yourself, right? That's what we're trying to do here. This is our crucible. Well, we have to have total control over what comes within our crucible, okay? And so we have to be fully aware of ourselves right now with that high priestess energy, absolutely fully aware of ourselves right now to receive this offer that's coming from the Most High, because they're going to open them doors for us, you guys. And that's what's happening, you know? And so we gotta do it, you know? We gotta do it. And we're going to do it together, no matter how much distance is between us, you know? We're doing this right now with versions of ourselves as well on different timelines and different dimensions and all of that different stuff, because it's all happening right now concurrently, but it's getting ready to line up. And so all of our versions of ourself right now, throughout all the dimensions, like I said, throughout all the timelines, are going to be in sync. And so what we wish for now, what we manifest now, is what we will receive. That's a powerful, powerful ass energy that we're in right here. So we got to stand up for what we know is right. We can't be allowing them to get us thinking too hard on negativity, because we don't have no negativity in our lives whatsoever. With all of this love, the world is in the palm of our hands, and you've done an absolutely fabulous job, High Priestess. Fabulous job. Tell yourself, baby, I love you. Baby, thank you. Like, baby, I couldn't do this shit without you, you know? Because that's what God wants to hear right now. Okay, guys? I'm going to leave this one here before I get too puddled up. I feel good about this. And I'm going to get out here. I'm going to get to work. And I'm going to enjoy my day. And I'm going to send them safe frequencies out for you guys too. That we remain strong, that we remain powerful, we remain true. And we stay loving, kind, peaceful, you know? I can't remember what my suggestion was for the comment section, but like, subscribe, comment, and share. You know, I'm she who whispers loudly with a sharpened tongue. I'm shush, no way. The African Oracle, and stand on the mountain, you guys. You know, you hold me up, I'll hold you up, and vice versa, and all that other shit. You know, and we gotta form this grid right now that is like sending out them lifelines, like I said, down into that mountain of shit, so we can start extracting some of the good ones that are left out here. That's what we got to do. We got to be that right now. Okay, we're those beacons of light. We're those morning stars and the bringers of light. And I love you dearly for that, you know. And thank you. I feel you guys so powerfully. I really do. The energies have been wild. So I love y'all. Peace out.